Hello, it's Classic Touch DIY again. Thank you all for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate. If you want to know how I make this style with just 4 pieces of ashoke, then you have to watch this video to the very end. To my newbies here, thank you all for stopping by. Thank you. So let's get into the video. Alright, so for this style now, I'm making some 4 pieces of ashoke. So I've already done the base. So I'm going to put the link in the comments in the notification box below where you're going to be you watch how to make the base. Okay, so and I've also cut the undo. That's what we are going to be using to tie at the end of the whole process. Okay, so for the undo is just 16 inches, and this is constant for all my styles, for all autogele styles. 16 inches, I cut it 2 times. So after cutting the base and the undo, after cutting the base and the undo, because that will be the first thing you are going to cut for any style of autogele, so I move into the remaining fabric now to cut the style itself. Okay, so I'm going to be taking the measurement for all, so we'll see what I've cut here. All right, so the first step I'm going to be cutting now, let me just measure it out for you. All right, okay, so I've just cut 5 pieces here because that's all what my ashoke can cut, since I'm working with just 4 pieces. So if you're using more than 4 pieces, you tend to increase your measurements. Okay, so for this now, the first step I'll be you cutting is the first step I cut rather is 23 inches. Okay, so I've just cut 23 inches. That'll be the first step. Then the second one, I added +2 to it. Okay, that's 25. So I'm used to using freehand. That's why it's a little bit more than 25 here. But you just add 2 inches to the first one. That's 25 inches for the second one. Then the third one, I'm going to take the measurement for us. Then the third one is 29. That is 25 inches plus 4. So the third one is plus 4. So I have 29 inches. Okay, I have 29 inches there, so that's plus 4. While the fourth one now, I'm going to measure it out too. The fourth one is that's 35 inches. That's plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 inches. That's the fourth one, plus 6 inches. So the last one is just plus 12 inches. The reason why I'm making this last one to be plus 12 inches is we want something to be, we want something at the edge of the last plate, so that we will be able to form our fan plates. Okay, so that's plus 12 inches. So you just see that's like 35. Okay, 35 plus 12. Yes, 35 plus 12. So I have that. Okay, all right. So so here now, so if you're working with ashoke that's more than 4, probably you want your client wants it very high. Okay, after the second step, which is 25, you just need to be adding 2 inches till you get to the last three. That's when you had 4, 6 and 12. I hope you get it that way. Okay, so the last three will be plus 4, plus 6 and 12. That will enable us to form the fan plate at the edge of the style itself. Okay, so just bringing it back now to show you how I'm going to join it together. So I'm just folding it like so. To locate the middle, you can either use your chalk to note the middle, or you use your pin to note it. And I'll fold the second one too, starting from the smallest one, which is 23, followed by 25. Okay, so I'll fold it also to locate the middle, and I will join it together so that the two middle can meet like that. Okay, I'll take it to my sewing machine and just join it together, so that the 2 inches that we added to the second one will be at each sides. Okay, so we have 1 inch on each sides like that. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do the same thing for the rest. I'll call back to show you the next thing to do. All right, so I've joined it together and I've fixed my base now to my dummy. So starting with the smallest one, which is 23, you fold it into two to locate the middle like so, and you make sure that the middle is aligning with the middle of your dummy. Okay, so you don't want your style shifting to one side. All right, so I'll use my pin, whatever you can use to hold it together. I'll use to hold it, and I'll take it to the sides, just the normal way we fix our frame to the base. Okay, now use my pin to hold it. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. So if you just happen to stumble on this my video, thank you very much. Thank you for stopping by, and don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell button so as to be notified each time I drop a new video. All right, so I'm just going to be tacking all the way like that. You know how we tack now, so I'm going to be tacking it from the first side to the side. So I'm just going to show my newbies how I tack. Okay, after knotting, I take my needle to the inside of that plate, the first plate, the one you pin to your base. Take it inside, then it's come outside like that, and I start inserting it up and down like 2 3 times just to hold this side. Okay, I'm repeating this because of my newbies here, so you know how I tack my frame to the base. Okay, so after that, I'll just insert it into the place, into that plate, and pass it to the next place. No, just make sure that your needle is not showing at the upper part, and as well is not showing at the down part. Okay, so I just pass it to the next point I want to tack, and I'm going to be using the pleat that is very close to that point to tack it. Okay, so I'm just taking it, I'm passing my needle underneath the pleat like that. Okay, so I'll just continue. I'll take it from underneath that plate. Now I'm going to take it to the next point I want to tack. Okay, can you see underneath the plate? You don't want your thread showing at the back of your base, you know, you want a neat job. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So just insert it now, go all the way like that, so whatever point you want to tack. All right, so I'm done tacking. I've passed everything, and I've go into the last place there. Okay, so you just go into it like 2 3 times. Just make sure you tack it tightly. Okay, all right, so I'm just going in, I'm just going in. You just go up down, insert your needle up and down like that just to hold it. All right, so I'm done tacking that now. So the next thing I'm going to do is to form a pleat. So I'm going to be forming a normal round pleat of say 4 pleats more. All right, so I've done 4 pleats more. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so that's what I have there. That's what I have there. So just watch what I'm going to be doing now. So I'm from the side, so you are going to start forming the style from the side now. Okay, the side is going to, you are going to have a normal 1 inch allowance plate. Then as you are going up, the space between your plates now will increase. Okay, can you see? It's different from the starting point. Okay, so you just tend to widen it. Okay, you make sure it's wider. Can you see what I'm doing here? Look at the space there. The space now is wider than the sides. Okay, now I'll come to the other side too and do the same thing. Just normal 1 inch, normal 1 inch, the way we pleat for our normal round plate autogele. But as you are going up, you make sure you increase the width. Okay, so that's just the rule for this particular style. This ace, it's called ace autogele, so I don't know what you call it, but call it ace autogele. Okay, all right, so just watch what I'm doing. From the side is just 1 inch, fold it in like that. But as you are going up, you increase it. Okay, as you are going up, you increase it like that, like so. Can you see it's wider than the beginning? Okay, that's just the style, guys. That's just the style. That's how you continue till you get to the end of the fabric, the ashoke you are working with. Okay, can you see the side now is smaller? Okay, so you make sure the sides are smaller as you are going up is wider. Okay, so that's all what I'm going to be doing. I'll continue forming the plates till I exhaust the fabric, the ashoke. Okay, so you just continue like that. Okay, so can you see at the upper part, as it's going to the middle, it's getting wider, but the side, the starting point is is just a 1 inch wide. Okay, can you see? It's wide. So as it's getting wider towards the middle, that's what is going to be giving us that ace, that arc, and that space we want at the middle. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see the space I'm talking about? So we just keep on going like that till I exhaust this ashoke, till I get to the tip. All right, guys, so I'm done. Okay, and you see, because of that rule we are working with, we still have enough at the sides. Okay, because the side is not as wide, the width of the plate is not as wide as that of the middle. Okay, that's why we have excess at both sides. So it is this excess we are going to be using to form our fan plate now. Okay, and look at the 12 inches I said you leave for the last step. Okay, so we are going to be needing it now to form the fan plate. Okay, so you just form your fan plate like so. Just watch what I'm doing, guys. It's very easy. Okay, just form a fan plate like that. Okay, all right, so you just form a fan plate like so. Okay, that is it. Right, so I'm just trying to do it again so you all can see. Let me just repeat it one more time. Okay, so just a fan plate, normal way you form your fan plate. So just take it all the way like that. So that's the essence of the 12 inches you are adding to the last one. So it will enable you to form this fan plate, and it will come out very well. So after that, I'm just going to use my peg, my clip, to hold it, and I'll repeat the same thing for the other side too before tacking. I'll repeat the same thing for the other sides too before tacking it. Okay, so that's just it. So I'm just going to be forming the fan plate here also. The same thing. If you are just watching my video for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell button so as to be notified each time I drop a new video, because we have a lot to learn together. I have a lot of styles to show you. Okay, so and don't forget to click on the like button. Don't forget to support your girl by sharing with whoever needs this video. Okay, so I've done the same for the other side too, and I'm going to be using my clip also to hold it down. The next thing we're going to be doing now is just to tack everything together. Okay, yeah, remember I didn't cut off the thread there, I just leave it. So I'm just going to continue my tacking like that. Okay, so after the first one that we've tacked to the base, I move on to the second one. Okay, this is how I tack it. Okay, so I just insert into it, but instead of it coming at the upper part here, no, it's going to be showing at the back of the pleat, because I don't want my thread to be showing at all. Okay, and I will just measure 1.5 inches. My tape is not here, but it's 1.5 inches because I'm used to it. Okay, just measure out 1.5 inches and you bring it out like that. Okay, and you arrange the remaining pleats. You arrange the remaining pleats. Okay, just trying to arrange there. Okay, I'm just trying to arrange, and you tack everything. Once you are okay, you're satisfied with what you have, make sure you arrange your pleats before tacking. Please and please, oh, don't go and tack without arranging. You make sure you arrange your pleats, make sure your pleats are in the right place, exactly where you want it to be before you tack. Okay, so once I'm satisfied with my pleats, then I'll go ahead and just tack everything together from that point. Okay, from underneath that plate like that. Okay, so I'm just going to go up. I'm going to go up into it. All right, so I'll come back so as to pick the last one. All right, so I've tacked everything together now. Can you see? I just go up, pick the last one, then come back up again. I go down. Just can do that 2 3 times. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do now is just to cut off the excess, because I don't need that. I'm going to be joining my handle to it. Okay, All right, so I've cut off the excess now. Cut off the excess. That's what I have it left. I'm just going to be fixing my undo to it. So let me just show our newbies how I fix my undo to it. Okay, so just notice if you are working with ashoke that has front and back, okay, the back will be the one facing the your gele, while the front sorry, the front of the ashoke will be the one facing the gele, while the back will be facing you, and you place it like that. You insert your needle into it and wrap it tightly round your plate. Tightly, use your hand to hold it, and I'll start tacking. Okay, insert into it, making sure that your needle is going into the plate. Make sure that it's going into the plate. Can you see? It's entering into the plate like that. Okay, so you bring it out. You can do that 2 3 times. Then you start wrapping it around it. Can you see? I'm wrapping it around the plate. Once I wrap, I insert. Okay, I wrap, I insert. You can do this as many times as you want, as many times as possible. So you just keep wrapping like that. You just keep wrapping like that. Okay, you wrap, 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 wrap till you are satisfied, till it's very, very tight. Okay, so once you're satisfied with what you have, you just insert there. So now I'm going to just tack everything together now. So this is how I end my tacking. I cut it off, then form a loop, then insert that into it and tight it around it. So I'm just going to be tacking it together. I'm going to be tying it together rather. Yes, I'm just going to be tying everything together. So that way, I'm very certain that no matter how the person pull and try to pull the handle, it will not cut. Okay, so you just tie it like that and cut it off. Okay, so I'm just going to be flipping it over. Can you see? Flip it over and I'll take it to my machine to just close up the handle. So I'm going to be doing the same thing for the other side too. All right, so I've fixed the two handle now, so I'll take it to my sewing machine to close up the handle, and I'll come back to show you. Okay, so but okay, I just remembered this. Sorry, I almost forgot. So you just tie it at the back. After tying, because we need to tack the sides. You don't want your gele, your style to be pulling off. Okay, so after tying it at the back, the tying is just to enable you know exactly where to tack. Okay, so I'll just tack at the sides, just one tacking. So I'm going to insert my needle like so. Okay, so remember, I didn't knot the needle. Just leave. Can you see? I just leave some because I'm still coming back to that point to tack everything together. So you just go inside. So you just go inside like that. Okay. Make sure you arrange your pleats. As I'm inserting, I'm arranging the pleats. So I don't want my tacking to alter the style I've just made. Okay, so that's just the logic behind it, and there's no particular rule, there's no particular rule about tacking. Just want to tack everything together in such a way that you are still achieving the style you want. Okay, so it's coming out from the back like that. Can you see? And I'm going to pass it down all the way down inside. Okay, all the way back to where I started. Okay, all right, so this is what I just do. Instead of it coming out from underneath that plate, I just extend it by one. So I just extend it by one like that. Okay, so I'm just going to be, I'll just insert it back so it can meet that thread there, to be able to tack it together. And as you're pulling, make sure you don't pull it tight. Okay, you don't want it to be obvious that you tacked something there. Okay, so as you're pulling, you release it so it won't show. Okay, so I'm just going to insert it back so that it can meet the thread there, and we'll tack everything together. Okay, so that's it. All right, can you see? I'm just trying to adjust my pleat before I tack. So you just tack. You tack like 3 times, 4 times. Okay, the number of times you think you are satisfied with it, just tack like that. Then I'll cut it off. All right, so I'm going to be doing the same thing for the other side too. I'll be doing okay. So you just use your needle, just hide it inside. So I'll be doing the same thing for the other side too. And I'll go ahead and fix my just stitch my undo. I'll close it up. I'll come back to show you the finished look. Okay guys, so this is it. So we're done tacking and stitching my undo. So the next thing now is just, yeah, this is the finished look guys. Thank you all for watching, and if you like it, please give it a thumbs up and drop a comment in the comment section. And if you are new on my channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell button. See you next time. Bye.